What's up, everybody? Marcus here, going live here on Facebook. A couple issues today for my previous lives. Of course, the replays will be on YouTube in this and in my Restaurant Growth Secrets Academy. Because I'm going to drop information here today in a short video. I'm going to tell a success story. I hear often how people say, what am I building a database for? Like, I have all these names on this list here, and I send emails out here and there, but what's, databases really don't work is what I hear people saying. And it's right. They're not, their database isn't performing, and it's not because the database, it's because of you not getting the most out of your database. Databases, especially email lists, first of all, people are annoyed by emails to begin with, but you only have a short attention span on a lot of people. And the newer your list is, of course, the more attention span you have. The older your list is, the more creative you have to get. I have a list that's over 10 years old. I have some names in my list that are 15 years in. We have well over 12, 13,000 people on a list for the restaurant. And people unsubscribe, people drop out. So you have to treat everybody differently when it comes to getting the most out of your database, cashing in on your database. So just want to go over a success story that just happened to me recently and talk about some tips to cash in. So I love Facebook contests. I love Facebook posts. I love social media. And when you get people to engage with you on social media, how do you get them to actually get on a list and get further into your database? So that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So if you're familiar with chatbots, chatbots are a great tool on Facebook through Facebook Messenger to actually grab people's information and send them wherever you want to send them once people start engaging with your posts. Now, not every post you have to do this with, but posts that that are going somewhere, posts that, for example, contests. So literally, I just had a conversation last week with a restaurant owner saying, you know what, this database thing, we just keep putting people into a database, and my database isn't really working for me, really. And, at that point, I wasn't there to convince this person otherwise. If they would have asked me how to improve their database, then I would have, jumped in on board. They weren't a client. They go in and watch a lot of my stuff on YouTube for free and find out, exactly my thoughts on that. But when you have a really upfront opinion that your database doesn't work, that's because you're not working your database. So, I always talk about this is in our Restaurant Growth Secrets Academy, about how we did our burger contest a few years ago, burgers for a year. We added 900 or so people to our database, new people to our database, which is a massive way and number to add people into a database, especially when you're an open restaurant that's been open at that point. We're already open for 15 years, 14 years. So 14 years into it, you think a lot of people know you. Well, there's certain people that don't know you or that don't subscribe to you or that don't like your Facebook page. So that was a way for us to get 900 new people into our database. Now, I just ran another contest for a beer. It's actually running, if you're watching this live, it's actually running right now on our restaurant Facebook page. And it talks about, it's a contest. Drop a comment on this beer photo. What style of beer do you like? If you don't like beer, just drop any comment, right? All comments welcome. And basically, people are going in and commenting it. We sent this out to our database list, right? So now our database list can go in and get in on this. But what happens is, once they comment on this Facebook feed, a chatbot takes over, and the chatbot is programmed to grab their information, send them to an outside link, and say, we want to make sure this is you, and this is officially how you sign up to win the $100 gift card. Just drop your name and your email list right here. And from there, and then they go into an opt-in way to get into our database, so we can start sending them emails from my restaurant. We literally did this. We had a lady who tagged a friend. The lady tagged the friend. The friend went on, and then the friend commented. This is a brand new guest, by the way, brand new potential guest. The friend commented because they want to win a $100 gift card. They get automatically added into and opted into our email list. We send out an email the next day for a trip to the Finger Lakes, and all of a sudden they're buying a trip to the Finger Lakes. So they're spending $1,600 with us from making a comment when they've never been on our email list or part of our fan page or whatever, but all of a sudden now they're in our database and they're spending $1,600 within 48 hours. Now, most restaurants don't have a $1,600 option. I know that. But maybe you should have options with COVID, during COVID, and probably post-COVID too. People are going to be hesitant to travel. People are going to be unwilling to travel. People won't be able to travel because maybe they're not going to have their vaccine passport if they're going somewhere that requires a vaccine passport. They don't want to go there, and they're not vaccinated. Whatever. There's going to be hesitancies for travel in the future. So if you're a restaurant owner right now, you should be figuring out how to take the local attractions that are near you and going to distilleries, breweries, farms, going on group hikes, taking people away for the weekend, and having these excursions that are led by you, the restaurant owner, you, the chef, and obviously you're a restaurant. So if you're a restaurant, I would suggest something food driven. Pre-COVID, I knew a bar by us that would take their fans to Brooklyn and do a pub crawl once or twice a year, right? Get on the train, head down to New York City, do a pub crawl. You're gone for the day. But how if they turn that into like a weekend event? How about if you partnered up with a travel agent, or if you did things yourself? These are all potentials for making much more money from your database and through your restaurant. So in Restaurant Growth Secrets Academy, and in my book as well, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make, which if you don't have the book, you can go on marcusguiliano.com. It's free, and sign up and get that book mailed to you. It's a few bucks to ship it. We talk about specific ways of putting more energy, tips and techniques to putting more energy into your database. Like there's a specific email sequence that you want to send people once they haven't opened an email for 90 days. 180 days, a year. If they haven't opened an email in a year and they're still on your list, you want to change your message to them. And you want to start the message with maybe a sequence of, we need your feedback, survey, get a $25 gift card for free. And once they're not opening these, after a certain amount, you'd actually send to them, do you hate us? And that tagline right there, that opening line, do you hate us? A lot of people will open that and they won't open the previous emails. That right there is a surefire way to get people to open emails. At that point, you simply say, I know you don't hate us. I know you're busy. We're busy. Everybody's busy with life, this and that. But we notice you haven't opened an email in a while. And we just want to make sure that our content is appropriate for you, this and that. We'd love some feedback from you. We'd love to give you a free gift card to take this little survey, this and that. And we'd love to, we'd love to hear from you or whatever. From that point, then they're reenacted, because including me, I have a lot of people that are in that realm, and I have them tagged. So you want to treat your email list exactly like Facebook does. You're on Facebook, you like something, you don't like something, it stops showing you. You like something, they gravitate towards putting that in your feed, in your algorithm. So the same thing with your emails, and you have to have more of an advanced email platform to do this. But you want to tag and know what everybody's doing, what they're clicking. Are they clicking beer links are they clicking wine links? Are they clicking, you want to just have all these different options for them to click and tag, so you can put them in a separate list, a separate group, and know who they are. So I can go right now and go to my 12,000 people in Facebook and say, okay, there's 3,000 people here that have clicked a beer link in the past. I know they like beer because they're following the beer stuff that I'm sending to them. There's 4,000 wine fans. There's 800 vegetarians. There's 3,000 people here that have expressed interest in our burger in the past. So those if I sent the same message, a burger title, and send it to those 3,000 people only as opposed to all 12,000, I'm going to have a much more higher engagement and open rate, just because I'm targeting people that I know that have expressed an interest and like in that topic before, just like Facebook does to you. They know that. So this is how you have to treat your email list. And once you start treating your email list like this, then the magic happens and things start exploding, and you can really start raking in and taking advantage and turning that into cash flow. So I know exactly who's clicked links on every single Italy trip, and there's this formula that I've given before. I don't know the numbers right offhand, but basically 8,000 people get an email from us about Italy. 1,600 people open it. Out of those 1,600 people, like 800 people click a link. So now I know 1,600 down to 800, and we narrow it down to a couple hundred, and then we narrow it down to 70 people based upon their further actions. And from that list, we were able to sell a trip out to Italy, $5,000 a person, 24 people. We were able to create well over $100,000 in revenue right there by segregating and targeting the people that keep giving them the message that they want to hear, because they're ready for the next step. If they've clicked the link for whatever, they're ready for the next. Anticipate what the next information is they want and make it easier and a call to action for them to buy. So that's what you have to. That's how you have to be working your email list, your database. So I just wanted to share that story with you on how somebody entered a contest, and within 48 hours they're giving us $1,600 to go on a field trip with us, an excursion, something like that. But you never know who your fans are, who's going to be getting married. Catering, things like that, birthday parties. You never know who you're going to come into your database. But you have to be prepared to communicate to them what you do and know who these people are. Especially, you need to know their birthdays so you can really target them 30 days. Some restaurants will send you an email the day of your birthday. You need to start targeting people 30 days before their birthday. 30 days before their birthday, you start putting a bug in their ear. Hey, this is us. We're here. We have an offer for you, or whatever. So they understand, like, hey, I'm going to plan my birthday party here because they're going to do this, Y, Z. Bring your 10 friends in and have, this, and this. This is the special. Get a free round of, small bites at our bar. If, whatever you're doing, get that bug in their ear 30 days in advance, and then you follow up with them in 21, and then 14, and then 10, 7, 5, 3. There's a sequence. And as long as they keep opening the emails and going with you, then you keep going forward with them, and are you ready to book your birthday party? If they're not opening the emails, then you have a different sequence for those people and say, gee, we've tried to send you an offer. We've tried to send you an offer for your birthday. You're just not quite opening it. We're not sure, this and that, last call for your offer the next time. We don't want to throw away your gift card. We don't want to throw away your birthday dinner, right? So you create a different dialogue for them based upon their actions of that. And that's where you can really cash in on their on your database. All right, folks, hope that helps everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Wherever you saw this, thank you for the support, and hope that helps.